Hey everybody, welcome back to another Talk Tuesday where I'm going to do my makeup while I chat about life. And my last video was actually my Mandela effect video, so thank you for all the comments on that. I'm just mixing my foundation here. It's funny, big mix of comments I got from "you're crazy, these things are always this way," right to people who were kind of in between, and then a lot of other people who were like, "I agree with you on some things but not on others." So it's just very interesting. If I blew your mind and you had to go look into it further, I'm so sorry, but now you can understand why I had to talk about it. So since then, I've actually come across a lot more, mainly from YouTube videos. One that I thought was really interesting was the Ford logo. I'll actually leave a link down below if you want to watch that, because I'm kind of blown away by that video. But one that I haven't heard talked about that I wanted to kind of ask your guys' opinions on this. My girlfriend, who I've been talking to about the Mandela effect, she was reading stories, well, her husband was reading stories to their kids when they were putting them to sleep, and they were reading "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," if you guys remember that. And at the very end of the story, he kind of stopped dead as he was reading because he does not remember it this way, and I don't remember it this way either. And at the very end, it, in my brain, said, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night." Is that how you guys remember it? Tell me if you remember differently. Because it now says, and they had 4 different books. They actually went to check in all 4 of them. And we checked online. It says, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night." So not Merry Christmas, but Happy Christmas. Are we crazy? Was it always that way? Let me know in the comments below. As you guys can tell, I do not get offended easily. So I think it's funny if you guys think I'm just losing it. I'm just really curious because this whole thing is very intriguing to me. I've actually been watching a lot of conspiracy story videos because I was watching Shane Dawson's videos on the Mandela effect, and then it was part of like this whole conspiracy theory playlist, and it's very interesting. If you don't watch Shane Dawson, he's been on YouTube since before I was on YouTube. He's been on YouTube forever, and I didn't know that he did conspiracy video theories, and I honestly never really had an opinion on conspiracy theories. It's never been something that I looked into before, but man, oh man, some of the stuff he talks about, I'm like, what is this world? Like, maybe I'll link his playlist down below. If you're bored and you're kind of into that sort of thing, it's very interesting. So I wanted to kind of give you guys some updates. I'm still quite healthy, which is awesome. I did start to flare up a bit at the end of last week, and I will talk about why. It's very situational because I'm doing better now, which is good. I thought it was going to just keep getting worse, so that was just situational, but I'm doing quite well. And the website I talked about, not last video, but the video before, all about my gluten-free snacks and whatnot, is now up and running and it's live. So if you guys want to check it out, I'll leave a link down below. It's GF Discoveries because Gluten-Free Discoveries was already taken. So it's gfdiscoveries.com, and I just kind of review all of the gluten-free products that I try. And you know what? I'm really enjoying this kind of, I would call it a hobby, because I'm trying things that I would normally not purchase because I just wouldn't think I like them. And I found 2 or 3 that I've actually repurchased, which 2 or 3 doesn't sound like a lot, but enough for me to repurchase when I'm already purchasing new gluten-free products. Like, it's a pretty big deal. So I'll leave that link down below. I've been loving this new contour kit from Anastasia of Beverly Hills. I got it on the Sephora VIB sale, and I wanted it for the contour color, but honestly, I'm loving pretty much all of the colors, and I really didn't think I was going to. I used the yellow one here under my eyes, and you might think yellow is a weird color to put under your eyes, but it really helps cancel out, you know, the blue tones under your eyes, and it sets my under eye concealer. And the contour color is just perfect. I have the light to medium palette. There's different ones. And then I've been using some of the other colors as eyeshadow because it's already out, so why not? So I would highly recommend this. Alright, so back to why I was flaring up and kind of stressed out earlier, or at the end of last week. So Cassidy had a routine doctor's appointment. It was her 18-month update, even though she's 20 months old, and just totally forgot that she needed an 18-month doctor's appointment. So I finally took her at 20 months old. Her weight's doing really good. She's starting to climb up the charts a bit more. I think she's around the 20th percentile for weight now. She's 21 pounds, so that was really good. And her height is good. She's quite tall. I think she's in the 75th for height. and her head circumference was good, so everything was good there. She's still slow to talk according to like their chart of what they use. I know all kids are different, but she's much slower to talk than Kayla and Riley. She probably has about 10 to 15 words, I would say, and my doctor would like to see a lot more by this point, but this kind of is where it is. But the thing that really caught us off guard and stressed us out is that when she was just routinely checking her heart, she heard a heart murmur. And heart murmurs can be nothing, and a lot of the time they are, but it was the first time that she heard this heart murmur, and she kept listening and listening and listening, and it concerned her enough that she wanted to send her for an ECG. And I also decided to get her blood work done because I've tested all my kids for celiac disease since I'm celiac when they were quite young, and then I'll test them again as they get older because celiac disease can develop later. So I wanted to get blood work done for that, so we decided to just get the paperwork for the ECG and the blood work at the same time, and she decided to refer us to a pediatrician to, I guess, review the ECG results. Okay, so the same day of that doctor's appointment, that was last Thursday, I decided to go get her blood work done right away because we didn't have anything going on, like why not? And we waited pretty much almost an hour, quite a while in the waiting room, and then we just sat in the chair where they take your blood work forever, and I found out later it's because they were looking into, I guess, her weight and how much blood they actually had to take, because the doctor decided to do multiple tests since we're poking her anyways, and they came back and told me that because of her weight they couldn't do it there at the blood taking office place. Hope this is making sense, because she was too small and they didn't have the small enough tubes, so they wanted to send us to the hospital to have it done at their lab. So after the kids got out of school, we went down to the hospital to have it done, and they do it in her arm, like right here where you would an adult as well, and both times her vein just gave out, it blew out, which happens to me all the time, but they poked her 2 times, and they can only poke a maximum of 2 times, I guess, per day or whatever it is. So she got poked twice and didn't get any blood taken. So then the next day I took her to a different place. This place also had the ECG place as well, and I got her ECG done first, and that was tricky in itself because she had to stay still and she kept ripping the probes off herself. But we got the ECG done, which was good. And then I went to go take her blood again, and I was really nervous about it, and they ended up like swaddling her on a bed, one arm swaddled, and then I kind of laid on top of her. It looked like torture. It was awful. It completely broke my heart. Obviously she's screaming, she's very upset, but they got it in one poke. Thank goodness, because I hate that, and I hope we don't have to do that again anytime soon. And then it just so happened that the pediatrician had called and had an appointment that day because they had a cancellation, and they were booking into like February, so if I didn't go that day, then it was going to be February. So I took her to the pediatrician, even though I knew he probably wasn't going to have the results because she just had the ECG that morning, and waited at the pediatrician's office for 2 hours. I saw the resident pretty much right away, so I was like, oh yay, they're running on time. She took all the history and whatnot, and then she left, and it took over an hour, I think, until the doctor came in. So you can imagine trying to keep a 20-month-old occupied for 2 hours in a little tiny room. So then the doctor came in with the resident, and I could kind of overhear them talking about her test results. I guess they could actually see her ECG results online, and they'd already been reviewed by a pediatric cardiologist, and they were abnormal. So that's not good. He still said it could be nothing, and then he gave me a lot of scary scenarios as well, which I'm not going to think about until we know anything. Right now I'm just telling myself that, it could just be that the ECG itself was off. Like if it wasn't taken properly, it could have just been that as well. So he listened to her heart, and he heard the murmur as well, and he was like humming and hawing on what he wanted to do, but he decided that he's going to refer her to the cardiology unit at the hospital for an echogram, I think it's called, just to look into it farther. So I was a little stressed out that day between the blood work and the ECG, and then the 2-hour-long pediatrician appointment, and then hearing that the results were not normal. It was quite a stressful day. So yeah, I just thought I would share with you guys. I of course will keep you updated, and hopefully my little Miss Cassidy is just fine. I'm staying positive, and I'll let you guys know. I don't know when we're going to get in with cardiology. We have to wait for an appointment, so I'll let you guys know. But that's the update on Cassidy. Oh my goodness. Someone was telling me to put lavender, this is totally off topic, lavender essential oil drops in your mascara because it helps your mascara last longer and it's also good for eyelash growth. So I put 1 drop in each end of this, and it's the first time I'm using it. I really hope it doesn't bug my eyes. I didn't think about that, but they recommended it. And I can really smell it, so that's pretty cool. You guys ever put essential oils in your mascara before? Let me know. Alright, so I think that's pretty much about it. Here's today's makeup look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you haven't checked out my gluten-free YouTube channel, I'll leave a link down below. Definitely check it out. I upload there every single day. So thank you so much for watching. Bye!